Russia accuses Australia of Russophobic hysteria for blocking second embassy on security grounds.
Here's a summary of the article.
Canberra, Australia. Russia accused Australia of Russophobic hysteria for cancelling the lease on the land where Moscow wanted to build its new embassy, which the Australian government judged to be a security risk because it was too close to Parliament House. Parliament passed emergency legislation blocking the lease Thursday after Russia won a federal court appeal last month against local Canberra authorities' decision to do the same. The Russian embassy responded on Friday by posting on social media a Russian news agency TASS report of Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov's condemnation of Australia's actions. Australia, having cancelled the lease agreement for the site for the construction of the new Russian embassy building, diligently continues to move forward in the mainstream of the authors of the Russophobic hysteria and tries to distinguish itself on this path. Peskov is quoted as saying, "Lawmakers cited threats of espionage and political interference if Russia's second embassy was built in the Yaroslavl diplomatic precinct so close to Parliament House." Russia currently occupies the former USSR embassy in the suburb of Griffith, farther from Parliament House than the new site. The Yaroslavl site would have provided Russia with a second cluster of diplomatic buildings in the national capital Canberra.
This post received a score of 6,100, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The Russian head of the National Security Committee says he wants to end humanity in a nuclear holocaust every other day, but yeah, phobia.
Wait, for real?
He nuclear saber rattles. This person has put it in a witty manner.
AFAIK his goal is to make himself look insane compared to Putin so Putin looks wise and reasonable.
I think the idea is to reframe the discussion and move the Overton window when it comes to the war, so that instead of viewing Putin as a warmonger, people will instead think that Putin's position is actually too weak, and they'll want him to go further. Then, when Putin does escalate, instead of opposing it, people will say, well, it's about time he did that.
Get fucked Russia, get fucked cunts, is all that needs to be said.
Nah. Yeah.
Russian troops in Ukraine. Mass killing civilians, raping women, raping men, raping children, stealing what is not nailed down, burning, rest poisoning. Destroying, landmining shit of everything. Including bodies of civilians and stuff like children toys, kidnapping kids, putting people to concentration camps, causing an ecological disaster that will take decades to repair, intentionally attacking residences and hospitals, intentionally attacking humanitarian corridors, intentionally attacking unarmed civilian rescuers and aid workers, forcefully conscripting people in occupied regions they have invaded to fight against their own country, interfering with the safe management of nuclear power plants, which can affect all of Eastern Europe, not mentioning the fact of invading someone. I guess if you are against all the stuff listed above, you also say that you have Russophobic hysteria. Destroying dams and shelling people and rescuers trying to evacuate.
Announcing safe green corridors for evacuation, and then shelling them. Shelling train stations full of civilians trying to leave the area.
Flattening a theater marked with big bold white letters spelling out the word children in the invaders' language.
Razia. Why won't you let us spy on you and buy out your politicians? You must hate Razia Australia. Well, if you can stop being such a cunt, that'd be great. Razia, have you met us?
It's Australia's land, so Aussies get to decide who they want in their house. Russia is like that gatecrasher who trashes your home and nobody likes but victimizes himself. It is Australia's house, Russia, not yours.
On the block you leased in 2008, received planning approvals for in 2011 and then did nothing with for 12 years. Is Russia suddenly flush with cash and just looking for construction projects to undertake that they haven't had the money for since 2008? If so, I think we need to tighten the sanctions.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.